So what I think is interesting is that I'm a new YouTube creator, and so far I've done 2 videos that focused on love, 2 love readings, and they didn't do so well. But I'm not someone who goes based on the views. Like if a message is coming through, I'm gonna deliver that message. So this is an April prediction reading. It is not all about love, but there's definitely a love component. And I was just laughing because the cards that I shuffled first were the Queen, and again, this is just one segment of the reading, but the Queen, and then the Hunter came out, and then the King. And I was like, oh, King, Queen, is this about love? Kept shuffling, and I kid you not, I got the Ring and the Lovers as the answer. So I'm gonna go into what that means later, but I just had to share because I really thought that that was hilarious, like just in case you needed it to be even more clear. Yes, this part of the reading is about love. The reason I share that is because I have had my own avoidance and aversion to love. And so if you're in my collective, you probably have it too. You probably resonate with that, most of you anyway. And so I think that the low performance of those love videos is indicative of where this collective is around love. Almost like, I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to hear about it. Don't talk to me about it. But these messages are coming through, and they're coming through. The thing about them is they're coming through so clearly. Like it's just like, bam, the energy is very clear, very in your face. So I have to deliver them. And what I want to say is that I've been on a journey of reopening my heart to love after experiencing trauma. And it hasn't been easy, but it's been something that I believe in the power of, right? So a couple weeks ago, I did a love spell, not a love spell, but a love attraction / self-love spell. And we did this in Rebirth the Membership, so it was a collective working. But I did it even though inside of myself, the feeling was, I don't want love. I don't care about love. I'm fine. I'm happy being single. But I couldn't ignore the signs that I was getting from my spirit team. They guided me to watch Frozen. They're guiding me to watch things to open my heart and to believe in love again. So I know where they're guiding me. I know where they're leading me. And even though the feeling inside was still, I don't want this, I did the spell anyway, because I know that it's a part of my purpose path for some reason. So I feel like I need to say this for anyone who hears the love component and wants to scroll away. I feel like I need to say this to you because there is a journey in opening your heart. Even if your mind is saying, I don't want love, open your heart in some way because your heart is closed. When our mind is saying we don't want love, our heart is closed out of protection, self-protection, naturally, right? Whatever you've been through, very valid for you to self-protect. But at some point, there comes a time where you have to reopen your heart again. And once you do, you are going to start to be open to love coming into your life, okay? So that being said, let's get to the reading. You know, actually what's really funny is that as I look down at the first tarot cards that I pulled, I have to cover this up. I have the 3 of Pentacles here with the 8 of Cups reversed and the Page of Wands reversed. I think these cards are actually mirroring what I was just saying. With the 3 of Pentacles, this is all about collaboration and teamwork and, you know, being willing to compromise, right? Working together is something that requires you to let go of me, and what you want, but also to see what may be greater for the team or what may be greater for the greater good. And the 8 of Cups reversed and the Page of Wands reversed is like there's this resistance of walking away from something that you have essentially lost your passion or lost your spark with. There's this loss of enthusiasm, loss of initiation. And when I say initiation, I mean that party that compels you to move forward, very Aries energy. And there was something that you were holding on to, and it does really feel like something, again, Aries energy, something like, no, I don't want to do this, like a stubborn toddler almost, like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to work with this person. I don't want to work with my spirit team. I don't want to give. Like, I don't want to give on what my boundaries are, where I think I need to be, what my current identity is. There was this like, no, I'm not meeting you halfway. I'm here and I'm staying here. That's what this feels like, kind of this defiant energy that in April you are finally moving out of. You're finally realizing the importance of collaboration. And again, this could be with people, this could be with your intuition, your higher self, your intuitive spirit team, or all of the above, but it just feels like there is this defiant part of you that's finally backing down and finally softening and finally willing to see things differently, because it also feels like this energy, you were very stuck in this energy, and you got to the point where you just were tired of being stuck, and you realized, because your spirit team was not letting you move forward in this energy. They were not going to let you move forward until you received support, until you were willing to collaborate, until you were open to doing things in a different way. So you were stuck in this energy, just trying to hold your stance, but ultimately you're going to open up and you're going to let someone else in, let a team of people in, and let your ego take a little bit more of a backseat. And they are confirming that this defiant ego part of you, the stubborn toddler part of you, is a self-protective part. It was trying to keep you safe. It was trying to keep you playing small, big fish in a small pond. It was a pond that, even though you've outgrown it, you felt comfortable. This part of you felt comfortable in this small pond and didn't want to expand, ultimately. Okay, I don't mean to trick you guys, but I actually do think this is a love reading, because I'm just like digging more into the energy, and yeah, it has a lot to do with your heart awakening, opening your heart again, and facing the fears that you had around opening your heart again. So we have the Justice card, clarified by the King of Cups reversed. This is justice coming to you from a past situation, a past tower moment where everything went up in flames. It was a challenge to your sense of self-worth. It was also a challenge. The theme we've been talking about a lot is a collective with kind of an addiction to the material realm to make themselves feel worthy. So this was dismantling, the self-worth that you got from your material realm, from manipulating things in the material, controlling things in the material, and really forced you to face yourself and dig deeper for that true sense of self-worth that comes from within. But the King of Cups reversed is someone who can be emotionally repressed, emotionally manipulative. I feel like this is someone who came into your life who was emotionally repressed and manipulative, but they were mirroring a part of you that was emotionally repressed. So this was a journey of you reaccessing an aspect of your heart, a sensitive, very, very sensitive, very soft aspect of your heart that this person was also repressing. And so it feels like you were existing in this softness for a while, maybe not to your fullest capacity, but you were existing in this softness, and this person came in and they were jealous of your ability to do that so openly. And so they tried to kind of pull the rug out from under you. They tried to snuff out this softness, this sensitiveness, this also inner child innocence is coming through as well, because it was triggering for them to see you openly sharing that energy. And so because of this situation with Justice and the King of Cups reversed and this manipulation that occurred, you entered this period of blocking off your heart, like in the movie Frozen. She goes out to her ice palace and she doesn't let anyone in. And they're showing me that you were kind of getting comfortable in this energy of self-protection and, starting to wonder if maybe you should open up, but also just feeling like, but what's the point? I'm comfortable here, I'm safe here. So why would I change? But you were forced to change. The Tower came in. You were forced to change. So even though you may have tried to hide from this heart-opening force that was trying to come into your life, it came in anyway. It found you anyway, because you were always destined to be on this heart-opening journey. So even though you had this wobble and this moment where you said, I am going to protect my heart, I am not, just forget it. I'm done with that path, or I'm taking a very long break from that path. The path came and it found you anyway, because that's how powerful your heart is. Your heart is overpowering this part of you that seeks to control the material realm. Your heart is overpowering this part of you that seeks to protect yourself. Your heart is the Tower. Your heart has the force of the Tower card because it won't let you stop yourself from your own greatness. It won't let you stop yourself from knowing the depth of your own heart and the power of your own heart. That's how powerful your heart is. So it's like you were trying to avoid your own heart. Really, that's what you're running from. If you're running from love, if you're running from purpose, whatever you're running from, you're actually running from your own heart and the power of your own heart. And that's what your path has been trying to show you. And you can, similar to the love reading I did the other day, you can run, but you can't hide. That's what this energy is in this reading as well. It's like a bulldozer, your heart. It's not going to let you keep yourself small. I also think that this Chamber of Soul Gifts card, to me, is saying that being connected to your heart and in your heart and with your heart, living with your heart fully open is one of your soul gifts. It's probably the most important soul gift that you actually have. Being in your heart and living with an open heart. And so for this collective, that's why this energy is so powerful and so forceful, I almost want to say. It's because it's like your main reason for incarnating on earth was to be in your heart and to live with an open heart. And how much activation occurs for you and for the world. Look at this spiral at her heart with the snake rising up, energy rising up, and the light rays coming out of her heart space. This is the power of your heart depicted. That's why your spirit team, your ancestors, that's why they couldn't let you stop. They couldn't, because you're so important to what's happening on earth right now. Your heart is so important to what's happening on earth right now that they were not going to let you get complacent as hard as you tried. And the funny thing is also what you were trying to control in the physical around the material, we have the scarcity and the plenty card. You were going deeper and deeper into scarcity because you were trying to stay here, controlling the physical, being materialistic, looking to that to prove that you're worthy and lovable and loved, looking to that as a source of energy instead of diving deeper into the consciousness of your heart and healing the wounds that are there, healing the pain that is there, because your heart is where the abundance is as well. So you are being pushed into this greater abundance, physical manifestation, material abundance, but it's coming from your heart. You're disconnected from your heart, you can't manifest. Your manifestations are blocked. You're pushed deeper into lessons because you're trying to manifest from this materialistic place, from this I need to have this so I can feel better about myself place. Anytime you try to manifest from that, you're going to get thrown right into a lesson, which will open your heart more, of course. But connect to your heart. Ask for what's in your heart. It will come right to you. Almost instant manifestation when you are moving from your heart space. This is this different way of going about life that we've been talking about. They're showing me the movie The Goonies. So it's instead of moving through life in this linear way where it's like, I do the job, I get the thing, I get a raise, you just keep kind of moving up and moving forward. You're on a treasure hunt where you have a map inside of you, inside of your consciousness, that leads you to abundance, that leads you to heart awakening. The map is inside of your consciousness, it's inside of your heart, so you heal and you get led there. Also showing me that you have access, when you're in your heart, you have access to a library of consciousness, like the full spectrum of what you could need to know about any given situation that's happening exists in your heart. When you're in your heart space, you have access to that level of awareness. When you're not, then they're showing me the energy of imprisonment. That's why I was holding this card up. Scarcity, imprisonment, plenty, heart, library of consciousness. When you're not in your heart space, you feel like you don't have the answers. and you feel confused and you feel like you don't have the answers, but when you drop into your heart, that library of consciousness is available to you. I'm hearing that song, I think it's by Saweetie, Tap In, and I'm hearing them say like, tap into your heart is what they're saying. And this is something that you can practice on a regular basis, some kind of practice or ritual where you can access the consciousness that exists in your heart. If you'd like, you can join us in Unleash Your Venus, which is where we'll be doing exactly that for 8 weeks, link in the description. But yeah, you are meant to tap in and to get comfortable existing here, believing in the power of your heart. So they're showing me that the more you do this, the more you are attracting love into your life. They're showing me that the king that is meant for you is activated by your heart. So the hunter is on the hunt. The hunter is on the move because your heart awakening awakens the king energy, which is divine masculine energy. And the divine masculine, once awakened, begins the hunt. And they're hunting for the queen. They might not know that, but they feel like, okay, I need to find, like they subconsciously become aware of your heart energy and need to find you. Again, this can be all happening on the unconscious. Those might not be conscious thoughts they're having, but unconsciously, that's what's taking place in their consciousness when you open your heart and live freely from your heart. And they're on that mission to find you. They also realize it's almost like the energy of your heart as the feminine is causing them to realize the rise that needs to take place within them, to realize the upgrade and leveling up that needs to take place within them, the divine masculine. And again, because you're the feminine, it's just being in your heart. That's it. That's what does it. That's what does it. Being in your heart, living with an open heart, living from your heart. That's it. That's why we keep getting these messages of you don't need to control, you don't need to push, you don't need to fight. You just need to be. That's what it means to be. And that's how you become magnetic to everything that you need, divine feminine, to everything that you need in your life to live out your mission and purpose, but also to love, to your community. Everything is magnetized to your heart. What's also coming through is that when justice comes through from this situation of this person who was manipulative, jealous of your heart energy, the justice is going to come also from you being in your heart. So the very thing that they tried to suppress and destroy is what is elevating you and helping you receive justice and balance and harmony in your life. This is a divine union that I'm seeing here with the king and the queen and the lovers in the ring. This is your counterpart who is activated by the awakening of your heart. How many times can I say heart in one reading? The limit does not exist. You will feel this person when they come in. You will feel them in your heart. I feel it right now. My heart, it feels like it's pulsing. Like I have to take deep breaths because the energy here is expanding. That's how you're going to feel when this person comes in. Okay, very interesting. I just saw a flash of the movie House of Wax, which I remember was a horror movie from the 2000s. I've never seen it, but I looked up some of the themes, and the one that jumps out to me is the price of surface perfection. The plot revolves around a villainous desire to create the perfect image regardless of the human cost. The Wax Museum is a disturbing commentary on maintaining a flawless, stagnant facade, which mirrors the superficiality of the early 2000s era in which the film was made. So this may have been the energy of this person that came into your life as well. They were, may have had a villainous desire to create the perfect image, and your authenticity and your rawness and your realness was triggering to them. It was something that they didn't want existing. So they tried to take you down, they tried to destroy you. But again, it is that same rawness and imperfection. And I have to say, this person was mirroring an energy inside of you. An energy inside of you that was your harshest critic, that expected you to live up to an impossible standard, the perfectionistic part of you that needed to be, needed to have a perfect image. That is a part of you that had to die with this whole situation. And now it is your rawness and your realness and your authenticity that is going to catapult you forward. It's going to catapult you into this union, into your mission, everything.